Hi, today we're going to make our own homemade corn tortillas. Once you've tried these, you're never going back to store-bought. They're so easy to make and so delicious, they blow away anything you can buy on the stores. So we've got our masa harina here, which is corn that has been nixtamalized by changing the pH balance to make it into masa harina. It's also how you make hominy. This is a lovely product. It's an heirloom corn, non-GMO. It smells delicious. And we've got a little salt here. We just need a little table salt or sea salt and some water that is about bath water warm, not too hot, not too cold. It helps it absorb a little bit better. I've got standing by a nice damp towel so that I can cover it once I've made my masa. So I don't even need to measure this. I'm just gonna pour a little bit here in the bowl. And when I've got kind of a amount that I feel like I want, maybe a couple cups of it, depending on how many tortillas I'm gonna make, I just take a little sprinkle of salt and throw that on here. Listen, if you need more masa, it's easy enough to make. It's just water, salt, and masa harina, not a big deal. And next I'm gonna add my water. There we go. And I'm gonna mix it with my hands. I'm gonna mix it together and I'm pulling together all of the dry bits. If it's too dry, then I add a little more water. If it's too wet, I add a little bit more masa. We're gonna knead the masa for just a few minutes to fully hydrate it. And then we're gonna make a little test ball here. And we're gonna squeeze that test ball. What we're looking for is the texture of Play-Doh. Not too dry, nice and moist and pliable, but not sticking to my hands either. After I've done that and I'm happy with the moisture level, I'm gonna cover it with a damp towel so that it doesn't dry out. First, we need a tortilla press lined with a plastic bag from the grocery store. Honestly, this works better than anything else I've found. You're going to cut the top off and then cut the sides down, keeping the seam in the middle and about the width of your tortilla press. And you're going to just reuse this bag over and over every time you make tortillas. And then you're going to need a tortilla warmer of some sort or just some towels on a plate to keep your tortillas warm after you've made them. You're going to put both of these next to your stove and then you're going to preheat the pan to sizzling hot. So now I roll my masa into balls that are about ping pong ball size. I'm gonna put them in a bowl, cover them with a towel so they don't dry out. All right, so we're gonna make tortillas now. I've got my masa ball here, my ball of masas. I've got my tortilla press lined with my sheet of plastic from a plastic bag. I've got a griddle that is very, very hot. I've got a tortilla warmer here to put my finished tortillas in, and I've got a little towel here just to pat them with, and you'll see how that's handy here in a second. So let's start with our first one. I'm going to put it in the middle of my tortilla press, put the top one down, and press. On your tortilla press, you might need to flip it and press again. This has so much weight to it, it's so heavy that it only requires one press, and it gets it very thin. I mean, it's almost paper thin. There we go. I peeled it off onto my fingers and my hands. I'm just going to lightly put it down on the griddle. I can actually hear it sizzle just a little bit as it goes down, which is a good sign. See how this is spinning freely now? After it's just been on there a couple seconds, that's what we want. Okay, my loves, and here we go. And we're going to flip it once. Now that it's flipped the first time, I'm going to take my towel and I'm going to pat around the edges nice and firmly. What I'm doing is I'm sealing the edges so that steam builds up in the middle and doesn't escape out the edge of the tortilla. This is going to help the puff. I don't know if you can see that from this angle, but it's puffing away. Yeah, there it goes. There's that beautiful puff. That's looking great. That's what we're looking for. I'm going to put it right here in my tortilla warmer. Stick those nice and safe. So now we have our beautiful homemade tortillas. They are gorgeous. And you're in for a treat if you do this with a little bit of butter. Just smear it on, roll it up, and heaven. That. Make your own tortillas. So how easy is that? It takes some trial and error, but wow, the results are so great. You're gonna love it. Bon appetit. See you next time.